The Cicada has a special place in my heart. I love playing the Cicada in Mechwarrior Online. But in Mechwarrior 5, it just tends to be a throwaway mech. Something that the game throws at you in hordes and will dies, just like the insect's namesake. Do you feel special, Cicada? Would you like to feel special? Would you like to be a hero of the Inner Sphere? Well, look no further. I've got a Mech Lab just for you. Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here, and welcome to another mod review video. This is yet another Mech Lab, but it doesn't look like anything different, Phil. Well, before we really dive in, I want to go ahead and talk about the current Mech Lab and Mechwarrior 5. As you see right here, we've got the default weapons loadout screen, the view mode, if you will. We also have details. We can go into details as far as the crit space, the weapons and hard points, heat sinks, jump jets, ammo, and a few miscellaneous pieces of equipment. Well, I chose the Cicada 2A for a very specific reason. I love the Cicada. I love playing it in Mechwarrior Online. I think it's a fantastic medium, aka skirmisher or harasser, something that not every mech can pull off. And to be actually a good pilot in Mechwarrior Online in this, you'd have to be a decent pilot. You're living on the knife's edge, as I like to say all the time when I stream this mech. Speaking of streaming, by the way, I do stream Monday through Friday, 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern. You should come hang out. I'll have a link down below. It's at twitch.tv/NGNGTV. We have a great time. I love hanging out with you guys, playing up Mechwarrior Online, Mechwarrior 5, Battletech, and of course, future Mech Commander Mercenaries as we get the mod a little bit closer. But I digress. Again, a link will be down below. Come over, follow, and just hang out. That's all I ask. So go do that right now. All right, back to the Mech Lab and Mechwarrior 5. I've talked about this in length multiple times as I streamed and also on past videos. The Mech Lab in Mechwarrior 5 is very lacking when compared to MWO. Now, I think I know where the designers were coming from. You want to make mechs special, and mechs aren't special if everything's special. The only problem with that is that there are certain mechs, due to the loadouts and custom configurations that were made and then made canon, that make some mechs very lacking and they're throwaway. So in the sense of the Cicada 2A, as you can see right here, we basically have 2 medium energy slots and 1 small. Now, if you go into details here, that's it. That's all you can do. Even if you strip the mech here of the weapons, which I don't know why you'd want to do, you don't even have enough tonnage for max armor here. So what are you supposed to do with this mech? Is it going to be just relegated to constantly being just salvage and you sell it and it just has no place? Well, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, the Cicada wants to be special, and that's actually where I feel like Heroes of the Inner Sphere left something on the table. Heroes of the Inner Sphere should have introduced making you the hero, you the ability to make your mech something special. They could have done an upgrade or a quest or something along the line to give you an extra, I don't know, Indo still, where maybe you didn't have it before, but it's fixed to one chassis and it's special, or a hard point or two or something like that. And really, that's what this game needs, is the ability to make yourself the hero and your mechs the hero. And if I love the Cicada as much as I do, there is no opportunity for that. And of course, I know what you're going to say. Well, Phil, there's the X5 Cicada hero. But I don't like the X5 Cicada hero. I like the 2A, or maybe I like the 3M. Why can't I make that the hero? Well, that's where we're going to go ahead and dive into the mod that we're going to talk about. Yet another Mech Lab. A lot of you guys are familiar with Reloaded. Reloaded was by Navid. Well, this Mech Lab is very, very similar, and we're going to see the similarities here, albeit there's some other stuff. Just like MWO, he's removed the large, medium, and small hardpoints and added hardpoints as well to match up with MWO. So this Cicada is going to go from 3 energy slots to 6, just like MWO, and it's also going to give you the ability to change your engine. Is it an XL or a standard? Are you doing Indo or Pharaoh? You're actually going to make this Cicada special. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about yet another Mech Lab. Now, right off the bat, you're going to notice some differences. Even on view mode, you can already notice that we have more energy slots than we did before. 6 of them to be exact. We also have an AMS slot. that the default Cicada did not have and did not give you the ability ever to be able to use. You still have the small lasers and the 2 mediums. On the left side, you're going to see some new boxes as well. We've got all weapons, all equipment, and you can click on the individual things all together. But let's go ahead and go to view mode here. So as you can see, nothing's really changed, but the big difference here is you no longer have a medium or, of course, in this case, small slots. This goes back to more of Mechwarrior Online for those that are familiar. And if you're not, this is the ability to do full customization here. We also notice a few differences. We also have sensor basics here, targeting system basic, armor standard, structure standard, gyro standard, engine single heat sinks, the engine itself, and of course we had the 2 engine slots as well. Now to explain quickly the 2 engine slots, engines actually have the ability to have more engines in them after 250 rating. And actually the first one to have it is the 275 with the +1. Basically what is that? It basically takes the default 10, you're able to add a 11th and 12th with this, with a 320. And so in this case, the benefit is it doesn't eat up your crit slots. Crit slots become valuable, especially for larger mechs. Okay. That all being aside, another thing that this mod does is tell you the general, how many actual crit slots you have in per location. So of course we have head, torsos, center torso, all this, it gives you that. That's what that number is. So if we take the example before, where we had the Cicada 2A, now even if you removed the weapons and you were at a max armor, you never really could do that. Why? Because the engine was so large, a 320. Now that makes your speed fantastic, 129 kph. But now you have the ability to actually upgrade to an XL. So let's go ahead and take a familiar build, which is an XL 340, just like I do in Mechwarrior Online, and drag it over. If I will, drag off the other one, XL on here, drag and drop. So not only did I gain speed actually, 137, as you can see here, I now have 28.5 out of 40 tons. If I hit the max armor now, which by the way, doesn't work right now. I have to admit, I just realized that. And then that's actually on his notes. The max armor button doesn't work. He says he's working on that. All you got to do is click left shift and then of course, increase armor here. So now, just right off the bat, we have a Cicada that has the ability to actually protect itself. I'm feeling more comfortable in this build already. I now have the tonnage to do that. Let's go to add some medium lasers, just like how I do. And of course, I sorted this just like normal, but now we have equipment tab with all of the different equipment, Beagle Active, coolant pods, and there are some new stuff on here as well. Coolant pods is one of them. He also has UAV drones. These are consumables as well as cool shot with that coolant pod. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weapons. Let's drag over a favorite build that I have, which of course is the medium lasers. We now have 6 medium lasers. Well, let's take it a step further. Let's make the build that, well, I always use an MWO. What about medium ferrofiber? What about ferrofibers in general? Well, I can probably do that, but what about Indo Steel or double heat sinks? Well, let's go drop these to double heat sinks. Well, I now just took it cooling from 1 to 2, just with that. I'm gonna go ahead and increase to Indo Steel here. I've got to find it first. And we've got Indo Steel on a medium here. And of course, letters to match, of course, medium. We're gonna go drag that over. I now have 37.44 tons. Again, increasing my effectiveness. All right. Now the cool thing is, again, I can add ferro as well because I know this build so much. Let's scroll up here to medium ferro. Pay attention, you have hardened, okay, and you have light as well. So again, you can just drag this over, let go, and there you go, 36.48. Now, he did add some sensors here, and the cool thing is this sensor is actually a little bit smart, and basically it takes similar things to like what a quirk does. And it basically, here's the gyro, for instance, and here's the advanced, experimental, and improved. Now, in the base game career, you will see a price attached to this. The experimental is the most expensive, followed by the advanced, and then the generic, pretty much better than basic, is the improved. So 15% torso twist bound speed, and again 50% on experimental. That helps tremendously with mechs out there. So let's go ahead and slap on that as well. Again, bam, right there. Now that doesn't take up any tonnage, which is again makes you feel a little bit special. Let's go down to sensors, experimental here. Let's drop those in. And of course, targeting as well. Let's find that. And if we go here, we can find it really at the bottom. Targeting computer. Let's see, sensors, targeting computer. There we go. So there we have all new things here. And this, of course, is a level 0. Now, of course, we can add double heat sinks to this build, right? We can throw them right here. All right. We can also, because we're over, I know we're going to have to reduce armor on the arms. Again, I've played this build quite a bit to know that. We're going to adjust here. And we're going to go to 14, actually 13 on each. Increase the head armor just a bit. And of course, we've got a little bit of math there. 39.98. And we now have a Cicada that is capable of doing damage, sustaining damage, and keeping in the fight dramatically longer than the default. This is what a hero Cicada would look like, because it's my Cicada. You throw on the upgrades in the career path now, the ability to increase its armor even more, or structure, or the ability to be a little bit quicker on the turn radius, or to be able to fire more effectively. This mech is now available. And I figured I wanted to talk about this Mech Lab so much and bring it to your attention. If you have not downloaded it, again, yet another Mech Lab. I'll have a link down below for you to download this directly from Nexus. Again, it's super easy to install. You can go ahead and search on EGS and Steam for this. If it's not on there, just download from Nexus. Super easy. Again, this is what the game needs. And even though I would like there to be other gameplay features, again, being able to make your own hero in-game using quest items and quests, that wasn't the case for Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Heroes of the Inner Sphere just gave you these random hero events that you got, and you got what you got, and you didn't make yourself the hero. And I feel like that was a missing opportunity, something left on the table, as I mentioned earlier, because really, truly, the game is about you and your merc unit, and you collecting these mechs, finding these mech warriors, building your merc unit up on how you see fit. And why can't you make a hero unit or a mech unit like you want to, when other mercs and other heroes out there are from the same, properties? I mean, they're doing the exact same thing you have the money, why can't you do it? And really, that's where I see where the default Mech Lab falls short, and along with other design elements. Now, I would be also happy to see PGI do that in the future. If they do, awesome. But if not, at the moment, I think this is the best solution for you out there to make your units unique and different. You are now going to have a Cicada that's exceptionally better than any other Cicada, or for the most part, almost all mediums right now, and you're special. And you can do this to all of the mechs in the game now. So anyways, I hope you find this mod as enjoyable as I did. Make sure to go download it immediately. Again, let me know down in the comments below. Are you using this already? Did you find this video helpful? Did you not even know about this? Did you miss Reloaded, but you didn't, have any options now? Now you do. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be using this, and if you found this video helpful. Make sure to smash that like button. Tell the algorithm to share it with other people. Guys, this has been another mod review of yet another Mech Lab. Thank you so much to the creator of this. By the way, he is updating this on a constant basis. I just used a previous version yesterday, and he had an updated version today with some fixes and additions. So make sure to pay attention to that. So to the creator of this mod, fantastic job. I look forward to seeing what you do. I think there is some balancing mechanisms that you can do with this. But all that being said, just want to say thank you for putting in the hard work and delivering on an excellent mod. This adds value to Mechwarrior 5 and the gameplay experience that is lacking, but now this adds, again, to make you the hero of the Inner Sphere. That's going to be it for me. I will see you guys on the next video. Until next time. So, Mr. Cicada, are you happy now? That's great to hear. Now go out there, have some fun, all right, buddy?